this up, I'm taking the hand that's closer to his head and I'm coming in under and I'm coming up. I want to get this high as I can. So in order to do that, I need to switch my hips. So I'm going to switch and I'm going to block his knee right over here. Because ultimately, I'm trying to pull him over my body. And if I don't block this knee, we can just flare this out as a post. So I start over here, I got lots of pressure. I go in to do the choke, so I switch and I come in. Now notice this shoulder. If I leave my shoulder above his body, I can't get my hand really high. So I dip. See how much higher my hand got? So the goal is to get that as tight as I can to take away all the space. So I'm coming in, I'm dipping my shoulder. Now I'm gonna just grab, C-grip, and this allows me to pull. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna roll him over. Now we come up to this position over here. So I'm just gonna use my head and I'm gonna nestle this in and steer his arm so it's going across his neck. If I get it too high where it's up here across his cheek or his jaw, I can squeeze all day long and it's not gonna be a choke. It'll be uncomfortable for Daniel, but it's not gonna choke him. If it's too low where it's across his chest, same thing. So I'm gonna use my head and my shoulder and I'm just gonna kind of pinch and grab, and I'm gonna maneuver it into the right position. And I can choke up a little bit here. Now when I push, I wanna drive sideways. I don't wanna come and drive up, because that's pressing this into his face. So I wanna drive across into his neck. So when I come to a 90-degree angle, I'm gonna drive and put that pressure in, so it cuts across. So when we do head and arm triangles, there's a little bit of a, like you gotta dial it into the right spot. Up here, there's a gap. It's not tight. Down here, it's not tight. So it's gotta be right across this way in order to close down the blood vessels. So pinch. So when I've got his arm, I'm kind of shrugging and I can use that to steer up and down and get his arm in the right spot. All right, well, that's your hand right there. One more time. So hip to hip. Yeah, just like that, the seatbelt grip. So we're in here. If I try to put this in, this is about as far as I can go. So I need to switch. Dip my shoulder down. As I dip that shoulder down, this goes up really high. So I'm gonna C-grip. And now this knee is blocking Daniel's. And so I'm just gonna pull and I'm gonna roll him completely over my body. Then I come out to the side. Notice how I choked that up. We started here, I slide this, shrug, get this in the right spot. Now as I drive inward, I finish that choke. Questions on that one? All right, senior person, let's give it a try. 1, 2.